No! No, get it back.
That's a long down.
Get it back! You guys remember
Great
that?
presentation.
Take it back! Lost the command post. It's okay, you got 3 minutes.
No pressure.
No pressure. Well, hey, then I'll just be like, so, Dragon Ball.
One who's good at everything.
So, Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z as well.
How many times did you try ending?
He tried to end it 6 times.
6? That was 3.
His editor kept asking, like from the beginning of Dragon Ball through, I think it was, originally it was the spin-off with Pilaf, then it was Piccolo, then it was Frieza, then Cell, no, and then Boo, I think. So yeah, 5 or 6 times.
And it's still.
And then, yeah.
And it's still good.
Oh my god.
Well, because it makes money, man, you know. It's a good series. It's a great show.
10 out of 5. No, it's just Cell again.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is the rest of the series like? Resurrection of Cell? Like, I wouldn't mind that.
So cool.
There was actually an extra cell that escaped Googoo's.
Where do we get that?
5 dimensions that way.
Which one?
This?
This? Oh, I got this from CVS.
Oh.
Yeah, it was on sale.
I just want like Krillin to finally get beefed up.
That was epic when I saw
He was the cop, yeah, that was awesome. His haircut looked pretty good too, right?
Yeah. She's like, man, it's so cool.
It's like, yeah, he's like, he's so cool. I'm like, yeah.
I was like,
Hey, go on to be careful.
Wait, did you guys see the little
One with
Q&A
and the water.
like questions and
Oh,
trivia?
dude, most of the voice actors didn't know anything.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
That's what they made the show.
I was like, what's that?
Like, well, you notice that Sonny Strait, who plays like Krillin, got most of them right. He's a big fan. Yeah, Bola, that made me so mad. One of the most like integral characters in the show, you know anything.
That
She was so excited when she did get it.
But yeah, you notice that of course, you know, Sean Shovel and Chris Sabat, they weren't anywhere because they know everything. They're big fans of the show. Yeah, you know, so. You got all the answers? You got them all right?
Yeah.
So proud of you, son.
I am.
I think like the last one, like all the Frieza planets, I think, that was 79, right?
Yeah, I didn't think that was.
No, it was 79.
629.
Up 6:30 now.
Don't worry, I won't get you in the shower.
This one though.
I'm glad there's a lot of excitement in the room though, that's awesome. Less internet, but more happiness.
No, I set you up with that MiFi.
Yeah, well, I know it's fine, Lex, it's just that the links aren't working, so I don't want to mess anything up. If I have time, I'll see if I can get some videos, but we'll just go through the slideshow in the meantime. Johnson Ball Z. Wait, 6:30. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Dragon Ball panel. I am Joe. Some people call me Merlin. This is the Dragon Ball, obviously. You guys know all those characters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, over there, you got here on the front. Who's driving?
John
How do you
Cena.
feel about Yamcha?
He was useless in the last movie.
Both things. How long
The
did
entire series.
You got Bull, you got Thor, and along. So the original crew right here. And let's see. Exploring Dragon Ball, the Sphere of Influence. This is me, Joe. We're going to be talking about basically why Dragon Ball is so awesome, the influence it's had on shonen anime in general, and just the popularity of anime in the West, and why it's still popular now. Let's see. Now, we're going to be going over why is Dragon Ball so, or at least why. That is one of the reasons, an epic storyline and world. But here's some basics. Some of you guys probably know, just get them out of the way. It was written by Akira Toriyama. The master, but basically, in my opinion, like the Disney of freaking, well, I guess that's Osamu Tezuka, but you know what? Akira Toriyama's better. It was published in Shonen Jump originally from 1984 to 1995 in Japan before it came over here. And it combines elements of fantasy, science fiction, and martial arts to create a pretty awesome combination. There's a little something for everybody. And originally the story was based on The Journey to the West, which is a classical story of Chinese mythology of the Monkey King Prince Goku and his adventures. And there's a picture of one of the movie adaptations now. That's a different version of Goku, obviously, the Monkey King. Now, can you guys spot another character?
I see Wulong.
Yeah, Wulong Pig is actually from the Chinese myth as well. Though beyond their appearance, I don't think they have too much in common. Alright, now, it became popular over here, basically, it began running originally from 86 to 96 in Japan, and it began airing in the US around the mid-90s, but it really struggled with ratings. A lot of people don't know this. When Dragon Ball first aired, they originally did air the early Dragon Ball episodes, Dragon Ball being Goku as a kid, but it didn't pick up for some reason. Bad airtime, people didn't like it. Now, when they started airing Dragon Ball Z, which they separated actually for an American audience, but when Goku's an adult following Gohan's storyline, and it hit it on Cartoon Network, that's when it really blew up, and that's when a lot of you guys probably remember. And that's basically when the popularity began. So, next time on Dragon Ball Z, it's like, and who does? Spoilers! Or as some guys might know, Little Green, maybe? Anybody? Little Green. That's not my name. Extend it. Now, going over the impact, there are several dubs. Originally, when it was aired, it was the Ocean dub from Canada. That was, is the one where Vegeta sounds like this. You know, it's just like, the entire voice cast was different. It was a completely different dubbing distribution agency. But eventually, in the late 90s, it was taken over by Funimation. Now, obviously, you guys know what Funimation are. They're the major distribution and dubbing network for anime now. But this was essentially their gateway anime, the primary one to fund them. And basically put them on the map for dubbing distribution over here. Now, other great series would follow. It's kind of acting as a headliner. Rurouni Kenshin, Trigun, Yu Yu Hakusho, Gundam, and many, many others. Cheers for if you like those shows. Cheers! It opened up an audience, and without Dragon Ball being such a success and basically connecting with so many people, it's quite possible that anime in general would not be as big as it is over here. So, whether or not you like it, you owe something to Dragon Ball. It's over 9,000! It's basically become ingrained in our consciousness. It's boosted in popularity, and I believe that the power level of the series and franchise as a whole is quite easily over 9,000. Though, you guys know the truth about that line, right? It's over 8,000 originally in the manga, but it sounded better in the dub, which is why they're so. But power levels don't really mean anything anyway, so no more. Basic reasons why I think it's popular. I think it's pretty obviously action. I'm just going to show you some clips. Unfortunately, they're not working. But you guys know the fights are pretty badass. So that's a pretty obvious reason why. Now, some things you guys might not think about besides the action, though. The world. Toriyama created this vastly unique world, and it combines elements of many types of fiction that went over before. It was initially inspired by the Chinese myths and martial arts films of the 1980s. Bruce Lee was a big impact on this one, which is why a lot of the early arcs are based around those tournaments. And eventually it expanded to the elements of science fiction, you know, when the Saiyans come down, and that was obviously influenced by, anybody? An American hero who's really popular? Superman, yes, basically they changed the backstory to be, not because say more acceptable for Western audiences, but Toriyama likes to pick up what's popular in pop culture and integrate it into his stories, which is another reason why it's so successful. And like I said, there's something for everyone here. I mean, you've got anthropomorphic animals, basically, that talk. You know, you've got King Furry is the emperor of the world. He's a dog. That's just awesome. You've got magic, robots, aliens, martial arts, demons, and dinosaurs. I mean, can you guys think of any other series that combines all these awesome elements and puts them together and somehow makes it work even with like virtually no explanation for any of it? I mean, it's just fun. I mean, you know, there's hard to deny that. One thing that I've explored on my YouTube channel, one thing I got started doing was exploring some of these other underlying ideas about why it's kind of stuck around and been popular. I think one of the reasons are the themes. It's one of the first series to really solidify classic shonen tropes. Basically, some obvious ones. Always push yourself the hardest you can, you'll do better. And along with that, hard work to achieve your goals, I think everybody likes to think that Goku and all these other characters are emphasizing. And of course, the importance of friendship, family, and duty, honor, sacrifice, redemption. And this is more along the lines of Vegeta and Piccolo. But you'll notice many of the characters that Goku encounters were his enemies or rivals. And he eventually transformed because of how good a person he is and being inspired by the ability of his character to become better people. I think it shows the possibility we can all become better. The characters. Dragon Ball has some of the most iconic characters in anime and manga, and it influenced many popular shonen archetypes. Goku, obviously, we talked about as the Superman-influenced protagonist. He's noble, but he's also got some flaws. He's got some pride issues sometimes, you know, when you're trying to sacrifice yourself, you know, to prevent the world from being destroyed. He's saying, yeah, I'll let the battle go on a little bit longer because I want to test myself. That's a flaw. Goku's a little more complex of a character. Some people might think. You've got characters like Vegeta and Piccolo. They're the dark anti-hero, originally a bad guy, but you know, we find that they're not so bad eventually. And you've got Krillin, who's actually my favorite character. He's kind of the relatable underdog, comic relief, and you know, obviously a lot of other characters are influenced by these archetypes. Goku influenced characters, Luffy, Naruto, Natsu, etc., etc. Vegeta and Piccolo. You got Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho, the characters like that. You know, some pretty obvious parallels. And Krillin, Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho. A lot of inspiration and kind of adding a little bit more of a depth to it. Oh, somebody likes Kuwabara. Yeah! Vegeta! I love! Yeah, Kuwabara is great. I love the underdog characters. More relatable. And of course, you've got characters like Chi-Chi and Bulma. They're supportive female roles. Yes, they can be nagging, but they're really a fundamental strength of why the male characters fight for what they do. And Bulma's incredibly important. And if it wasn't for Bulma, I mean, come on, they wouldn't be able to find any of the Dragon Balls ever.
That's right. Woo, Bulma! Woo!
Then of course, you know, there's the Dragon Radar, but you know, that's pretty awesome too.
You want to have Trunks.
That's right.
Yeah, let's talk for your
Yeah! Woo!
Well, yeah, I mean, there's just a plethora of awesome characters here. I mean, really, can you think of any series that have that many awesome characters? And if somebody asks you the question, who's your favorite character, you might get a dozen different answers. I mean, there's just so many.
Girlfriend's best friend.
Let's get into that. Now, the fandom continues to grow, and we kind of talked a little bit about this before we started up here. We're going to go into some reasons why it's continued to be popular, especially recently. One reason I think is because of Dragon Ball Z Kai. I'll be honest, I had issues with Dragon Ball going back and watching some of the original dubs and thinking, the voice acting is kind of questionable here, this is kind of dragging. Did I really like this? Is there still something good here? Then I found out they were airing this thing called Dragon Ball Kai. I started watching it like, wow, the music's great, voice acting's better, the dialogue seems better, there's no filler, what's going on here? And it's actually closer to the manga. So if you want to get that experience and you haven't watched it, it really is worth it. Or you can just read the manga, which is a great way to do it. Better work with it. And of course, we've had recent continuations. I mean, Dragon Ball Super, we've got new anime and manga. Yeah! And of course, we had the movies. We had Battle of Gods last year, which was the first movie from Dragon Ball to be released over here. And I think that was a good test, really, for Resurrection F, or for Katsunu F, or Return of Frieza, which came out recently. And did you guys know that they pushed that? You guys going out to see it, whoever did, myself included, got it to the top 10 anime films in the U.S. So we beat the Miyazaki movie. It was The Wind Rises, but you know, it wasn't like Prince Mononoke or anything, but still, that's pretty impressive, guys. And I wasn't going to show up this year, but you guys familiar with Team 4-Star? Yeah. Exactly. I actually think that more than anything, though, what's kept the fandom alive has been Team 4-Star. I think so, because they make fun of the series, but they do it in a way that's respectful, and they obviously know their stuff. And I believe the best parodies are ones where you actually know what you're talking about, and you love it. And I think that's one reason it's continued to be so popular. And most importantly, though, the fans, which is you guys. And this is where I'm actually going to turn most of this over to you because I think group discussion is just going to hear me talk all the time. But I have some basic questions if you guys feel like talking about, and I'll go first. Kind of, you know, break the ice a little bit. How did you get into Dragon Ball? I actually remember watching the first episode of Dragon Ball. Actually, I guess it was the first one. One of the first couple episodes where I believe it was Shu and Mai and Emperor Pilaf are going to Master Roshi's island. They're looking for Goku, and Roshi's like, oh, he's not there. And he pokes a hole in their boat, and then they start singing as they go away. And I was like, what is this show? And then I tuned in years later, I watched Dragon Ball Z in the early 90s when it was the Ocean dub originally. And then I kept sticking with it until it was Funimation, Bruce Falconer soundtrack, and then years later kept getting into it. And now I talk about it on my free time, so it's awesome. My favorite character? This is tough because there's many. It's actually Krillin. I mentioned 4 times. Yeah! He's actually getting more love than he used to. I think people used to make fun of Krillin because of his weakness and the fact he got, you know, KO'd all the time. But besides that, he's got the most badass attack. I mean, Tienzan, Destructor Disc, you know, pretty awesome. And he's just a really great character. He's very human and relatable, and he still manages to kind of fight alongside these much more powerful characters and is loyal. I really respect that. My favorite saga, it's kind of a toss-up between the King Piccolo arc and the Cell arc. I mean, I think so with just the going back in time, the androids, future Trunks, just a really awesome, kind of complicated storyline. It was the darkest and most intense, and I just love Cell's ability. He's so pompous, but he works for it. He really works for it. My favorite fight's actually from that arc. It's King Piccolo versus Android 17. And the reason it was because it was so even. I mean, how rare do you get to see where it's like that balanced? It was really awesome. Yeah, favorite villain, I said that was Cell. And why is it special to me? Pretty much all the reasons I mentioned, but I really love the characters. And basically where I wanted to turn it over to you guys, so just feel like answering any of these questions or sharing it. So yeah, anybody go first? Whatever you want to Okay, what was that?
Oh, just like, it was so fussy, but it was like, okay, you know, this is my turn to give you a chance to prove yourself and show like you can do better than I can. Even though he ended up being weaker than Goku after that, it was really cool seeing how, like, how much he got 5 to 9. He's like, fight something for him.
Like the one-handed man. You have one arm. I can still do it because it doesn't really matter. I have one arm.
So yeah, so I started helping around noon.
I think it was freezing.
Came down here.
Okay, why is that?
Just there was something about it, like he was kind of goofy, and then like for some reason I just thought it was goofy because they sound like a girl, but then like as it progresses, like wow, he's really terrifying. I'm sure, but you get to know who he is.
It's a really intimidating force.
Yeah.
What's the What is freezing?
It's freezing.
Competition, so.
I guess I got Dragon Ball by my dad. I was really young when I first came out. I don't know when it started airing.
Would have been like 95.
Only one really that's not like my thing.
He was watching it, and I was like, oh, I'll just watch it with him.
Yesterday, I had another 2 voice actors in there, standing out there, so.
That's awesome.
There and there.
Very cool.
And of course,
That's awesome.
the end of the night,
Anybody else,
I ended up
please?
with.
Go ahead, man. I know you got a lot to say.
Really not my cup.
The way I got my Dragon Ball was when you get all the way up to Trunks, and then they would throw you back to Raditz. And I'd have to watch all over again. Yes, no, you go back to fight Raditz. Move it over to Saga. Chase myself, back to Raditz. Just want to keep going forward. Your characters obviously don't get it.
Okay, why is that? I know he's like pretty much everybody's favorite. He does hate it,
I
yeah.
like him at all, but you just see him slowly going. And then you put him in the movie that came out. Goku went Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan. No one said a word. Vegeta goes Super Saiyan, God Super Saiyan. Yes! Yes! And favorite arc in Saga? I have to say the Majin Buu arc.
Oh no. Why is that?
Just because he turned into a gumball and beat him up. And also because everyone tried to fight this one character and no one could do anything. Even towards the end. My favorite fight is Frieza because it was 3 hours, 5 minutes,
5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes is 4 hours. In Naruto. I think it's pretty much the most epic fight just because of that fight.
Vegeta messed up.
Oh, Vegeta messed up. He had a moment.
Kill you.
He kind of messed up. Yeah.
Why is it special to me? It works.
Because it's epic. It's really epic. Yeah.
My brother.
Oh, which fight? First fight?
It was right there.
Well, I was.
The garlic gun.
I was working in the kitchen.
Okay, why is that? He's the other favorite.
But then I got temporary job working in a factory. For the winter, and my boss at the hospital got a little bit off. So I had to do everything in his power to make sure that I wasn't going to work in there. So, yeah. My favorite part is
I was in customer service for a while. But recently my father was dealing with severe back issues and eye as well.
It's kind of the beginning of it.
And once he decided that they're doing this, hey, I want to start a beef farm. So a beef farm. Now he's raising cattle with a plastic bag.
Very well animated, like too.
Them eating me their content from that bag.
Actually,
Doing construction on and off.
He's scary too, yeah. I can do his voice really well too. Yeah, it's a big game, man. Anybody else? I'm gonna pick on the guys that I know back there.
Go.
Because I've bought these guys all day.
I got into Dragon Ball the same way a lot of people did. My girlfriend. They're just sitting there, just alright, waiting. 6 years before Cell came out. You know, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Favorite character?
My successful
Or Gohan, just because of the evolution of both of them. From child to it's pretty cool. Favorite arc? I'm sorry, say self.
Yeah, that
Arc was just badass. Favorite fight? Everything in Cell.
everything. But you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one fight. Every fight.
Probably the same as the Gohan versus
Gohan versus. Check out that.
favorite villain.
Good choice.
And special reason, same reason for everybody.
I'm gonna sit down and drive
It really is. Yeah. Anybody else want to share? Actually, go ahead. Go first. I saw the hand. You got it. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, that's why I say one of my favorite fights was
Movie fight. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of well balanced. And the 4-on-1 is kind of cool.
But can you name all the henchmen?
All
I remember is Evil Furion. I remember one guy. How can you forget a name like Evil Furion?
Yeah.
He's the ice guy, I think.
Yeah.
Is that it?
How did I get to Dragon Ball? My uncle over there. He used to babysit me and my cousin a lot. So when I was in his room, that's what we would watch. Favorite character.
Great character. He's basically John Connor.
Favorite part of the saga? I'd have to say the Buu saga. Just because for me it was more of Vegeta's like redemption. It was almost like
You know what? You bring up about stuff. I will admit I'm not a big fan of the Buu saga just because I don't like the Buu form that much. But the fact that it kind of linchpins Vegeta's story arc so well with his sacrifice.
Does your Buu saga incorporate the Fusion saga, or is that two separate things in your mind?
That's the whole Buu saga, but
the whole Buu saga.
I personally hate Fusion though, so in my mind it doesn't exist.
I love Fusion, it's my favorite saga.
That's cool. A lot of people do. I just am like, when people say a fused character is an actual character, it's not an actual character.
Well, it's two becoming one without the internet part. So,
No, it's pretty
and
intimate.
with the quirky dance.
It's kind of intimate, yeah.
Stand up, I saw somebody in the back there. Go ahead. Speak up. Join the conversation. That's what this is, man. This is group talk.
Group talk.
Well, he was just commenting about how a lot of people like Vegeta because of the fact that he's anti-hero. And even though Goku's the main and the reason being is that I think the whole thing about him being poison.
I like Goku, like, he's kind of like cheesy. Like, he's that, like, yeah, he's like that good guy, like, always trying to do the right thing. He's not cool at all.
He's cool as all.
He's kind of doing, but I
think he's pretty cool. He thinks he's cool, and that's what's important.
He likes to earn his money, not take it.
He's a lumberjack, you know.
Yeah.
That's how he gets his money.
Yeah, what do you guys think about the fact that, like, I was in love with Team Goku, Phil, and what about that disappointment of the potential that he had, and it just went out the door?
All right, you know, you bring up a very interesting topic.
He became a dad himself.
Okay, that's a very good point. Okay, this is a bit of a debate that I've had with some fans. Okay. No, well, this is legit. I'm trying to keep it getting heated. I know how these can be. But, okay, I think a lot of people have been disappointed with how Gohan's character went, especially with the new movie. Because in the Z section, which is essentially Gohan's story arc, it's building him up when he's got the secret power. He's basically going to take his father's place as being the main hero. But the thing is, if you remember from the Cell Saga, that's not who Gohan is. Gohan's a student. Gohan wants to learn. He wants to grow.
He got his degree too.
He wants to. There he is right there.
Oh yeah.
There he is. And in the arc, basically at the end of that, this is one of the big aspects of Goku's development, because until that moment, Goku assumed Gohan was just like him. He was just thinking, oh, you know, I'm going to train him. He's going to take down Cell, it's no problem. But Piccolo tells him, you don't even know your own son. Okay? He's not like you. He's not a fighter. He's terrified out there. He's like 12 years old. What are you thinking?
Resurrection up. I love the fact though that like he's so badass with his energy and his moments and pinpoints. Like he doesn't hurt them, and it's just like that. And mind you, he doesn't train like his dad, and it's still instinctual.
And that's the thing. Some people do give Gohan's character a hard time, thinking, okay, he didn't take his place. First of all, they brought Goku back because the fans wanted Goku back. That's why that happened. It wasn't Toriyama originally. Secondly, Gohan is actually one of the best developed characters because he found that balance. When he became the Saiyaman, as goofy as it was, he balanced the superhero aspects because he wants to be a superhero, like his father, but he also wants to lead a semi-normal life. He actually found a balance his father never did. So that's another way to look at it. But yeah, don't be too disappointed. Go ahead, sir.
What agitated me in the last movie had to have been the fact that he has scrawny arms. Like, he doesn't even have muscular arms.
It hasn't been working out that much.
Yeah, but he's a natural Saiyan. Like, he's a born fighter.
Yes,
so, but like, I understand that he's not as powerful as the rest, but he's still got strength. Give him some muscle.
Well, to be fair, the power levels were all over that place in the movie. Like I think, was it Piccolo was having trouble with the Armon level guy? That was a bit of a problem. Yeah, I mean, that movie's basically just fan service, but for our enjoyment, you know, I thought it worked pretty well. Yeah, this is pretty good, guys. Well, that'd be good. Yes, he did age like a year or two quicker after that. But you're right, they do call him Teen Gohan, but I think he actually never didn't become a teenager until after the Cell Saga. Yeah, I think that's just a common misconception when they were originally translating it. We're going to call this character Teen Gohan. It's still Gohan. That's a pet peeve of mine as well, when they just call certain ages a certain character. It's oversimplifying.
I got a question for everyone. Did anybody else judge their power levels based on how many rounds they could kick someone through?
You know what? I thought about that. Like, if you couldn't kick somebody through a mountain, you weren't doing it.
I know.
And you're thinking to yourself, okay, this guy gets thrown against the wall, it doesn't even crack and he gets knocked out. You got tossed through like 5 mountains, like a couple episodes, and got up from that. There's some consistency. Oh man, this is fun. Yeah, you guys keep talking, and if you guys don't want to keep sharing, you could ask me questions about stuff and make me angry. Oh, you mean, yeah, I don't know why he didn't do that. He should be able to do that. I'm not sure why they didn't do that. I don't think that has anything to do with it. Go ahead. Okay.
If you take Vegeta, you press face vertically. Left side's good, the right side. take Vegeta and turn into a drone.
It's 2 seats right over here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is that actually true?
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, with Toriyama's art style, I can believe it.
Well, next time you see it, just stop and look at Vegeta and cut his face in half.
You know, I made the assumption of thinking Toriyama might actually take some time to construct a new face. But actually, Toriyama is a good artist, but he's kind of notoriously a little bit lazy. You know, and he does it all himself, though, so it's kind of impressive, actually. But yeah, so yeah. Any questions about things coming up, issues that bother you with Super or anything like that?
The animation?
Oh, the animation was pretty bad. Was it Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta? What was that? Oh, yeah. There's been some issues with the animation. You guys watching Dragon Ball Super?
Yeah. I missed like the last few.
Wait, you're waiting for the dub? Well, I'll be
We're on the same boat.
Yeah, the episode 5 people were ready for because the animation was so bad. That is true. Yeah, I would say so.
The group for Saikoucon gets there to start setting up.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything else, guys? Let me see if I can find something for you. I'm curious if I can get anything from you guys.
Press escape.
Bad as Super Saiyan 1, 2, or 3, but it's a far cry from that, I would say. But yeah, they're going to have to do something different. Like one of the most interesting aspects of the early Dragon Ball stuff, and I actually mentioned this, when people were coming in, they were asking me, is this the Dragon Ball Z now or just Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball is the whole franchise. The whole story is Dragon Ball from beginning to end. The Z thing was just added on when it was but for when Goku was growing up. It's all Dragon Ball. So if anybody asks you if you like Dragon Ball Z specifically, you like it. It's just a common response. But one of the best aspects of those early sagas, and you might notice when you remember watching those episodes, the fights were much better because they were actually based around martial arts. They took more time to animate them, they had slow motion, and techniques mattered. Hypnosis, teleportation, all the special techniques. You didn't necessarily have to be the most powerful guy to win. But as they got to the point when they fought Piccolo originally and then started to transition to Z, it just became about who gets more powerful, who has the strongest power level. And it doesn't matter how skilled you are. And now with Dragon Ball Super, it kind of seems like we're getting to that point now. And in the movies, they've actually kind of almost made fun of themselves. That's why Toriyama's going back to his more comedic roots. Because originally Dragon Ball was just supposed to be a one-off comedy. And that's really what Akira Toriyama does best. Because his other most popular manga, Dr. Slump, is basically just one big parody of pop culture anyway. So he does do serious stuff well, but at this point, with them being as powerful as they are, they're going to have to like decrease the power, take away the Super Saiyan stuff, or give other characters something else to do. Because as you guys might remember, when the Saiyans came in, it pushed all the side characters away.
Front every remake card you get. Expiration date. They are not in cards. So, with Verizon, used to do these years.
Oh, just think to Goku. But really, they're just waiting for Goku to get there.
With 12-month cards, we're able to renew.
Like, it's interesting you had a character like Tien who had so many different techniques, and what are they really bad at now?
Not only can we not renew, there's not even a price you can pay for us to renew.
That was a great fight.
$100 Verizon rebate card.
And that's true. In the earlier sagas, they actually gave the other characters something to do. Yeah, and like, they actually had to go somewhere, get something, do something. It wasn't just, oh, I'm going to fight this guy, and that's the plot. Now, and that's another common misconception that Dragon Ball is just fighting and screaming. While that is partially true, I think we can all agree, there is more to it. So, thankfully, I think people are beginning to appreciate that more. But I just think it's going to be a problem. How are they going to stretch this out? You know, I like in Battle of the Gods. I mean, the first half of the movie was just kind of built to the plot anyway. Yeah, that's fine, right?
They didn't like you just the adventure. There wasn't a lot of adventure in it.
No,
That was our customer service. You were not allowed to give full name. You were not allowed to give.
I hope so, honestly, because it gets a little monotonous even for me. I mean, when it gets predictable, like we'll go see this movie, but we know how it's going to end. Maybe there'll be some weird device to like take away the Super Saiyan power, or make it so that all the Saiyans are out of commission or something, or they have to go get some secret device. Just add in a little something to mix up your story rather than just let's train to get more powerful, because well then what's to stop Frieza from coming back again and said instead of training for 4 months or I'll train for 4 years, and then it's like, well, now we're screwed. It's okay, I'll just go into the time chain and train for a couple days, I'll be fine. So yeah, it's definitely a problem. Now, is there anything else about Dragon Ball you guys dislike? Dislike or something you might dislike? Okay, bring up some inconsistencies for me, please.
Literally just doing it. Coming out. It's not my party. No.
That is true. A lot of the possible first time, but there's still some inconsistencies that your bothers you. You want to bring up a funny point. You're right. People ask what happened once. Jordan said, I just forgot about it. I'm like, which is kind of important. But you're right, it's a long series. Let's listen to this.
I mean, but we don't have Jack's post
yeah.
So I don't know. Yes.
I'm not sure if Toyama understands how gravity works. Because if you remember the fight with Vegeta versus Pui, he's like, my gravity is 10 times stronger than yours. Well, technically, even if he's been training much higher, it should still be stronger there. It's not like his power level changed at all. He should have at least had an easier time with Vegeta. It was a funny fight because he just got one way and stuff. That should have been a little more balanced because Vegeta isn't used to being that way anyway. He's got the advantage by having different gravity just like his own.
But it seems to be going well.
Gravity was a big issue too, even though it is cool.
That is really cold.
On the Dragon Road,
I know that feeling well.
I should have volunteered for this. I'm like only 30 minutes away.
calculate out how fast you
Yeah.
Well, my answer there is magic. I would say it's a super long road, right? And how did King Yama get across it? Because apparently he was the only guy before. You guys see the guy, how can you walk on this balance the whole way?
Well, I came over here. Thankfully, today was my short day. I'm supposed to be here from 5 to 9. So, first thing I did when I came over at 1 was I went straight down to the game room and ended up winning the Smash Brothers game. And I came straight here. And I will be here yesterday. We had a bunch of people not show up. Screwed us over completely. So I ran to find Mike. This is my first time volunteering.
And that was another inconsistency I noticed. That's powerful. Like, I've never seen they could fly fast.
So me and one of the other guys
It's going to take me 20 minutes to get there, man.
here fix that room, and he tells me, well, I need you to go. This is the guy who's supposed to be doing the screening with me. It's at 12 o'clock. I wasn't supposed to start at 12. I stayed there for like 2.5 hours.
If you move away from this down gun, the whole planet's gonna explode anyways. It's like, oh, we're already here.
You know what?
Right at that, I ran to go and get Mike in.
I've had the same thought myself, and that's kind of a problem, like I said, with trying to power making sequence. Like, they get to the Cell arc or the Boo arc with like, oh, this guy's so powerful, he can do this. You guys are doing this back there. And that's how you can tell originally when it was supposed to end. Because at this point, they're already powered up to block planets. It's hard to really imagine much more than that. And to try and up the ante. It's difficult, but I think that for the most part, it's okay. But you are right.
Running close on time, I'm like,
But what about the movie that just passed? I know
nobody
that
told me
with
when things were supposed to end, just when they're supposed to start.
making a mistake,
Yeah, anyway.
so
Nothing's after you.
technically the time
So
frame in which Goku came out, it was the same. Like I counted, I was like, he should have destroyed the planet already.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, what?
7:30.
Like I said, not exactly the best Prince movie.
So,
But people didn't go to see it for the awesome plot, I promise you. The fight was pretty good. Yes.
professional con goers pay 19 plus.
One episode and Goku turned
The only downside of that is standing here and checking everybody's ID before they walk in.
Correct.
Check their badge.
I want to say that was Wishback at some point, but I'm not.
The computer died, so. The computer just died,
Yeah, I do. 5 minutes. 5 5 minutes? Okay. Yeah, we'll be wrapping up here in a second, guys. As you can see, I lost my PowerPoint, but you guys have to let you guys know, if you're interested in talking to me about this as well, at some point I do have a YouTube channel. It's Mighty.
Yeah, Jeff seems pretty popular.
I check me out there. I do all kinds of like different series. I do comic stuff, movie stuff. So if you guys want to like get my shit back,
no idea what I'm supposed to say. You got like 15 minutes.
Hunter. He's my Hunter, the ex-Science. He was right about that.
I used to be really big into cosplay too. Just from practicing in school, I always thought maybe I should.
Yeah, if you guys want to check that out, I talk about comics, I do movie reviews, and basically I'll do live streams. I'm just talking to people about this all the time. Yeah. They're flying up now then?
Probably. I'm going to have to check their
Wind it down. Yeah. Any last minute questions or things you'd like to bring up, guys?
You say all the wishes and stuff, pushing everything back, but like, you went through how your world is so intricate.
Yeah.
Or not intricate, but there's so many different
This is my group's first time coming down here.
They're also so magical at the same time.
Yeah, originally I wasn't even going to come, and those plans were starting to change, and then I got an email on Tuesday saying they needed me as a volunteer.
And I mean, it's kind of would be nice if you could actually flesh some of those things out, like because or maybe why there are dinosaurs on the planet, you know, like we don't know.
I don't know if you have an established career yet, but it's a good one already.
What's your YouTube channel?
Merlin the Mighty. Merlin the Mighty.
They're going to be disappointed.
And if you guys want to send in requests for like specific things we talk about, like different anime series or movies or comics, just please, I'll make this one. I've got like a big list already.
I'm coming here for my brother and to take pictures. I usually go hard at cosplaying and like all that stuff.
I did.
Sure.
Get the foam armor and everything.
I guess so, I don't know.
Second time I did Undertaker from Black Widow.
That's cool. Do you ever do like do groups? I'm trying to find
Our group for Otakon did an Undertaker or did a Black Widow cosplay.
I'm trying to find more people to cosplay with. Like
I'm really confused now.
No one actually does That's awesome. You should give me your info so maybe I'll come like cosplay together. Do you have Facebook?
This is going to be closed up soon.
Is it time for the next panel, guys?
It's soon. 15 minutes. They have to set up. Yeah. They have to set up.
Oh, okay, alright, well, what do you think we should call it? I mean, you guys can stay if you want, I don't know. How we're winding down. Okay. I mean, I am glad to see nobody's fucking leaving right away, so I must have been modestly entertained. This is my first panel, so. Good job! I'm hoping to do more. Yeah, but
what's your number?
Yeah, there's another great series I've done. Like, my primary thing that I do on my channel is character analysis, and that's what I started my YouTube channel doing a couple years ago. Analyzing Dragon Ball characters. I don't know if you guys remember
Matthew, M-A-T-H-E-W, Francis, F-R-A-N, and it's hyphenated.
Here you are.
Yep.
And I started talking about Alchemist, if you have a show.
Okay, well I'm local to this area, like Pittstown, because it's where I go to school.
Is that correct?
I don't know if that's anybody here.
It's difficult to hear out of the area.
Okay.
Whatever, there's some things there. But a couple years ago, I just went to Saikoucon and watched the first couple episodes to get like the first impressions to do it for my channel. I haven't watched anything past the 4 episodes, so that should indicate how much I like it.
I really like to know who that saved that under. Because I didn't even put your name in.
So
Merlin the Mighty? Merlin, like the wizard, M-E-R-L-I-N, and Almighty.
I guess that works.
You're doing like the Japanese flag.
Like, Merlin from like Camelot and, you know, like a mighty version of him. If there isn't any version of Merlin that's not mighty, I don't know. No, not a Super Saiyan, not yet.
Saikoucon down.
Oh yeah, I go then.
I might come up there, but I don't think it'll be my main channel.
I'll tell you the
There's a lot
cosplay
of
that
Super
I'm trying to
Saiyans
put together for that one.
There's a Super Saiyan type
Trying
too,
being
as well.
the operative.
So if you can imagine the type
Is Geralt of Rivia.
Okay. Is that a newer? Is that a more new anime?
The games have been around a while. The books have been around technically forever.
Okay.
They were made by a Polish guy being translated. If you look him up, you'll see.
I like that, honestly. But I mean, I don't think that Goku is that much
He's one of my next ones. The devil from the
yeah,
Devil's
like if Goku and Vegeta teamed up, and that's another big aspect of that, especially for Goku. Toriyama really hasn't done much for his character to change. But in that movie, the best thing about it from a character standpoint is they're saying, you guys need to work together. Vegeta, you gotta get past this Goku. Don't be an idiot all the time. Basically. And if they can get them to work together, they could be unstoppable.
You know, that's more than perfect, right?
Yeah. Awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm so tired.
Trust me, you know, that's why these guys, my whole group came like, when coming, I was like,
That's another aspect you can tell, kind of like, okay, this story was supposed to be done, I'm going to stretch it out further. Because you're right, at the end of the saga, it's like, he has that scene where he's like, okay, Goku, I admit it, you're better than me, I'm never going to be able to surpass you. Finally, that aspect of character, Vegeta had to solidified. Whatever, that's fine, he's admitted.
I do not.
I was like,
now it's like,
that job.
It's fine, it's believable, but,
so random.
I mean,
how one does
you're right, it doesn't
Oh my god, I'm dying.
You're right, like them just, they were friends basically. Yeah. Mr. Toriyama strikes again. You don't like that?
My jaw dropped. And I'm like, what is going on right now?
You didn't like when he was dancing?
No, most of the part of that movie was when he
Studio Ghibli, like,
what happened in Slap Home, you find out.
I saw all the Hayao Miyazaki movies. So much. I could talk about that.
Okay.
You believe it or not, the first anime that I ever saw was, before knowing what anime was, really cool.
Really?
I don't know.
Mine was either Princess Mononoke or Little Nemo.
So FLCL, then I saw Dragon Ball Z.
You're right.
And then I saw Yu Yu Hakusho.
I saw the last episode of Full and I was
oh my god, if you don't,
yeah, I didn't watch anything before, and I was like,
the weirdest thing you'll ever watch.
I was scarred.
Best thing you'll ever watch.
I was like 5, and I was like, what?
One by one.
I was so little, I had no idea what was going on.
Because, you know, honestly, that would have solved many problems.
I know.
One-on-one.
I remember when I watched Inuyasha the first time, I was afraid. I was like, this is so scary.
They really were like, you know what? Everybody just jump in there.
The first episode of FLCL, the guy's like,
we got about 8 Super Saiyans here, one for Nash.
told her that your brother has a, and then they like cut it off, and they show a picture of his brother, this blonde girl in the States, and they're talking about telling the girl who was like in love with him in Japan that I had no idea what they were talking about. And then now, of course, like I said, I go back and watch it, and I'm like, I get it all now.
Because, if you think about it, he came the closest to death. He's not like Frieza where he can survive in the vacuum of space or carry on with half his body when he's healed. He's not like Cell or Boo who can constantly regenerate from practically nothing like Boo. He's just physical flesh and blood, and he just kept taking a beating, and he kept getting back up like, I will murder you all. And then, of course, when the Yajirobe gets in there with the sword, it's like, that's a bad place to be. That's a really bad place to be. And, yeah, that was very painful. I'm surprised the Yajirobe didn't die there as well. Underrated as well. Yajirobe. that bad, but I don't really want to bother defending him because he gave up training. You know, he was like, when they said, okay, you know, I'm just going to take it easy, guys. Goes to like a normal person's gym. You know, Yamcha's like seriously powerful anyway. Just breaks the machine. He's like, oh, you know. And he's really wondering what happens when he goes to fight the androids and he just gets murdered. He just sticks his hand right through him. Just sticks it, you know. It's painful. It's painful. No. I thought you said sure, but how could you? You know, why? That's another thing. Why did they just stop with Kaioken? Well, the movies are technically not canon.
Yep. We're gonna have to wait for those guys out there until I get these guys out.
Professional conduct.
Yeah.
Not to rush you guys, but
Oh, I know.
they gave you the tiny stuff.
Yeah, I wish they'd bring back Kaioken because, I mean, that would create
No
a bit of plot
problem.
as well, but think
She's
about
really
it. You're
passionate
already
about
Super
it.
Saiyan.